लगाना इसको पहले मूड
Yes.
Very good morning to all of you. It is requested to all the participants to keep patience as our participants are joining by YouTube Live. And participants in the conference hall are requested to take their respective seats as we are beginning the program very soon. To your excellency, to all the intellects, delegates, invited guests, speakers of the session, and our dynamic audience. With great joy and delight, a very happy good morning to all the people out there. We feel honored and privileged to have with us today Dr. J.V. Desai, Respected Vice Chancellor, MBA University, Dr. M.P. Singh, Pro Vice Chancellor, MBA University, Palwal, Shri Mukesh Goyal, MD, Kerala Agrochemicals, Dr. Vijay Arora, former DR at MHU Karnal, who has joined online, Dr. Prabhat Shukla, Commissioner Horticulture, Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Dr. K.P. Tripathi, Coordinator ICR Accreditation, and Dr. Mayank Chaturvedi, Dean College of Agriculture at Green University and convener of the National Conference today. So we need to bring back culture to the agriculture. So in order to do that, in the first and foremost phase, my thanks to all of you who have taken their time and efforts to be here. So I really was welcome you to the first national conference 2023, which is sustainable development through agriculture production, protection, and policy landscape for crop care, organized by Ambient University, Palwal, and Just Agriculture Education Group. I wholeheartedly welcome all of you once again. Now, how different is this morning? The vibe is indeed very wonderful. So let us further reveal the colors of the event. Light, which is a symbol of brightness and prosperity, as the sunlight excels the darkness of the day as well as in our life. So to embellish us all together, let us start with the lighting of the lamp. So I request all the dignitaries to come and light the lamp as we begin the event of today. Please, sir. It's our holy tradition to worship the goddess Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge and art, before any event that we start. So this is like we dedicated a prayer to Ma Saraswati. So thank you, sir, for that. In order to continue the event, Just Agriculture wishes to felicitate the event personalities and guests of the day. So here I request Dr. D.K. Sadwal, sir, CEO and founder director of Just Agriculture, to raise the occasion and session momento and Sabarmati. To Vice Chancellor Dr. J.V. Desai, Dr. J.V. Desai, Respected Vice Chancellor, MA University, Kolkata. Also, I request Mike Chaturvedi sir to come on stage. Mike sir presenting momento to please. Now I request Vice Chaturvedi sir to present Tava Bouquet and ethnic plant. Thank you, sir. So, without any kind of further delay, next we are moving forward towards the welcome address. For that, I would like to request Dr. J.V. Desai, respected Vice Chancellor of MBA University, Kolkata. Please, sir, kindly give him a warm welcome.
Good morning, everybody. And Dr. Bhatt, Dr. Sunil sir, all the people from agriculture, my dear students, most welcome to this national conference on sustainability. I take pleasure in welcoming all the delegates, such as to present their papers. And to create a kind of awareness about the sustainability. By this time, you may be knowing what is sustainable. It is a kind of geo or gene. You understand it very clearly. I will live and I will direct others also to live. That is the basic kind of the thing. I will live will also make a system or make an ecosystem. Ecosystem is a supporting management to see that future generations will also live very comfortably with dignity. That is always important. With dignity. I live and my kids, उनका बच्चे, all future generations, आगे वाले जो पीढ़ी, they have to live with comfort and with dignity. Whatever the air, whatever water, climate, soil, I enjoy today. Whatever the energy, whatever the coal, whatever the petrol, whatever I enjoy for my comfort, that should also should be made available to my future generation. That is my responsibility. Listen very carefully. We have a responsibility. We cannot just enjoy and go away. We have to make provisions for the generations to come. If you consider agriculture as an industry, that is the first largest industry. I don't know much about other countries, but in India, always there is a debate whether agriculture is an industry or not. But if you consider agriculture is the largest industry, second comes textiles. So then agriculture industry has a big responsibility of sustainability, food security. Food security, you are enjoying food security. Nowadays, nobody dies in India because of shortage of the food. But you don't know what will be the future. Same thing, energy, coal. So why we are always talking of electric vehicles and all that? If I'm correct, in June 2022, there was a big conference in US. They have set 17 goals. If you can go to the cafeteria, you can see. I put a big banner. All 17 goals are very defined. Each goal talks about the sustainability. By 2030, we have to ensure that all our future generations will get same kind of petrol, whatever I'm getting, same kind of coal, what I'm getting. You cannot spend, you have to work on 3D modeling. We call it a 3R modeling. Reduce, first is reduce. Whatever you want to, you are using it, it has to reduce. Then decrease it. Then it's reduced. So 3 models. Today again in the afternoon we have a session in allied systems that works on 3R. Reduce, reuse, release. If you can adopt this policy, then in the future generations, your brothers, your kids, everybody will enjoy. Otherwise, they will suffer. Already this sustainability is indirectly connected to climate change. Climate change you always see in the TV advertisements and all that. What is happening? Why the days are becoming very cold? Why they are becoming very hot? Even an increase of 2 degrees will create avalanche. Ice will melt. I went to Nepal 10 years back. They took me in an aeroplane and they will show Himalaya में where is the permanent ice. लाखों साल से permanent ice. It has never melted. Other side is China. थोड़ा सा नीचे दिखेगा. ऊपर नहीं ला सकता. There they will show where is the permanent ice. Now that permanent ice is dissolving. Billions of years. This was there on the Himalayas. Now that is getting ice. So what has happened to the forest? If you talk of agriculture, sustainability, agriculture, today's topic, there is the forest. Woods, jungle. Jungle word is not there. Gurgaon was a jungle. What do you see in Gurgaon nowadays? It has become a cement design. Concrete jungles people. So that we have to avoid. So even what you can call water consumptions, water conservations. So energy, water, soil, fertility of the soil. You don't use the urea because you want to have more yield. Unlimited urea you want to use. What is happening? You are getting a crop, but the soil is getting, and your future generations will not be able to do the same kind of farming what you are doing now because the soil is totally fertility is lost. Corrosion, soil corrosion. So these one has to take care and you have to spread the awareness. Is your responsibility. That is the purpose of, and many researchers will be there. They will talk on their innovations they have made. Some policy frame. These are called as policy frame. Whatever the land, the world is there, right? Policy landscape for crop. The governments have been asked to make a policy frame. Under that policy frame, they will design so many schemes so that everybody has to follow. Okay. So that sustainability can be. So sustainability is geo or GD. That is the only concept that every student has to understand. And you have a response. So that is the basic purpose of this conference. And so many researchers have been invited. The Department of Agriculture has worked very nicely to make this conference as this is the basic concern of the society. So they have taken a next step to organize a conference along with the people from agriculture magazine and they have collaborated with the department for a right cause for a noble cause. This is a noble. Every time we cannot talk of technology, we have a responsibility and we have to deliberate on the responsibility. Not only you, but me, every citizen has a responsibility to talk on sustainability. And he has to contribute for that. Wherever he goes there, he has to put effort. My friend was there and now he is running a bus. He left the job and he has made a bus and he goes all over India. He was in IIT Delhi. I took a lunch for his family because he left the job and he is just on sabbatical leave from IIT Bombay and he is conveying a message. Just save the earth. Don't keep for some of your generation. His name is Chetan Solan. You can see him on the LinkedIn. So very much support. So those things, he has got a responsibility. He's from Madhya Pradesh and he's running all over India. IIT Bombay is not paying him anything. But still, see his intention and the same way, my students also will go wherever they get a chance, they have to talk to the people about this system. With that hope, I will end my speech. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your remarkable post. That the conduct agenda of live and let live is definitely the very well goal of our team, the national conference team, which is sustainable development agriculture. And definitely the sense of responsibility that you have told us is also one of the things that we should take away. All our participants should take away. So thank you so much, sir. Now. Now we have with us Mr. Nitish Sharma. So to facilitate them, I would like to request Dr. Mayank Chaturvedi with the plan. So Nitish sir and Mayank sir, please. So here is the special moment. Now my humble request to all the delegates to join the podium all together as we are going to launch the official issue of our Just Agriculture magazine, which was previously released by Sri Narendra Tomar, Union Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Dr. Nanshu Pathak, Director General of ICR and Secretary there, Department of Agriculture, Research and Education, and Sri Kailash Kodreji, Union Minister of State for Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Government of India. This moment demands a big round of applause and appreciation from the audience. Give a big round of applause. Thank you, sir. Now I would like to call upon Mr. S.P. Rathod to add his few words of remark.
अतिथि सत्कार बिना हर अरदास अधूरी होती है। अतिथि सत्कार बिना हर अरदास अधूरी होती है। अतिथि वो फरिश्ते हैं जिनके आने से आस पूरी होती है। तो एक बार हमारे अतिथि गण के लिए जोरदार तालियां हो जाए। परम आदरणीय मुख्य अतिथि महोदय, कुलपति महोदय, कुलसचिव महोदय, शिक्षकगण, आगंतुक सज्जनों एवं मेरे प्यारे दोस्तों, मैं सुरेंद्र प्रताप सिंह राठौर, जोनल हेड ऑफिसर ऑफ जस्ट एग्रीकल्चर मैगजीन एंड AEFWS सोसाइटी, एमबीएम विश्वविद्यालय के प्रांगण में नेशनल एग्रीकल्चर कॉन्फ्रेंस के आयोजन पे आप सभी का हार्दिक अभिनंदन करता हूं। जैसा कि आप सभी जानते हैं कि भारत एक कृषि प्रधान देश है और हमारे देश की आधा से ज्यादा आबादी कृषि पे निर्भर है। आज के इस मुख्य आयोजन सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट थ्रू एग्रीकल्चर प्रोटेक्शन एंड पॉलिसी लैंडस्केप फॉर क्रॉप केयर का उद्देश्य है कि भविष्य की पीढ़ियों की जरूरतों को अनदेखी न करते हुए वर्तमान मांगों की आवश्यकताओं को पूरा करने के बीच संतुलन लाना है। तो अब मैं आप लोगों के समक्ष जस्ट एग्रीकल्चर मैगजीन के CEO एंड फाउंडर डायरेक्टर डॉक्टर डीपीएस बारवाल जी को मंच पे बुलाना चाहता हूं कि वो आए और अपने शब्दों से हम सभी को प्रेरित करें। तो उनके लिए एक बार जोरदार तालियां हो।
So, very good morning to all of you present over here on the offline as well as online mode. I guess more than 500 participants have joined through YouTube also in the online mode for this National Conference 2023 organizing at MBN University, Palwal. So this is our first event in the Haryana state, and in the upcoming March, we are also organizing two international conferences. First one is in the Ambala, and second one in the Gurugram. So this national conference is focusing on the sustainable development through agriculture, production, protection, and policy landscape for the crop care. So firstly, I am very much grateful to the Professor J.D. Desai sir, Vice Chancellor, MBN University, Professor N.P. Singh, Pro Vice Chancellor, as well as Dr. Mayank Chaturvedi, Dean College of Agriculture, MBN University, Palwal, and all the other faculty members and staff and all the coordinators of this wonderful conference. Okay. So I'm very much thankful to all the knowledge partners. More than 10 ICR universities are the knowledge partners of this national conference. Okay. So India is one of the major players in the agriculture sector worldwide and it is the primary source of livelihood for about 58% of Indian population. As India has the world's largest cattle herd, largest area connected to the wheat, rice, cotton, and we are also the largest producer of pulses as well as milk also. Okay, and as well as the spices in the world. So India is the second largest producer of fruits, vegetables, as well as many type of herbs, then cotton, sugarcane, and other crops also. So agriculture sector in India holds the record for the second largest agricultural land in the world, generating employment for the half of our population also. And even in the pandemic time, our all the sectors showcasing negative GDP. Okay, the only sector in the COVID first wave with a 5.8% positive GDP showcasing was agriculture sector. When all the industries are closed, only one sector which is showing just a positive impact and supporting our economy is the agriculture sector. So hence agriculture is the most vital sector and it is absolutely essential for our survival also. So agriculture's emerging trends are a primary driver of the sector's expansion. Emerging agricultural trends, innovations, new technologies, strategies are sophisticated for the time and the need of the hour. Okay. So the agriculture sector has undergone significant changes during the decades from starting from the green revolution to till now. As we all know, a lot of agriculture companies, even though non-agriculture background people, have established even unicorn startups. If you heard about Tehar, you heard about many other companies like Kisan and Propin. The founder of Propin is from IIT IIM and they are not from the agriculture background, but now they are having other companies with 10,000 crores turnover across the world. Okay, so it is only possible, or we can say they are interested in this sector because they are seeing the scope of this sector. Okay, so all the agriculture professionals present at this conference hall as well as to the online mode also, I request all of you to just focus on the problems in the agriculture sector and the solutions of all these problems. Okay, means I just want to say कि अगर हमारे एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर में आईआईटी आईआईएम वाले लोग आके स्टार्टअप्स बना सकते हैं, इतनी बड़ी बड़ी कंपनी स्टैब्लिश कर सकते हैं, तो आप सब लोग या जो भी आज मेरी सुन रहे हैं, तो हम तो नहीं एग्रीकल्चर कोर बैकग्राउंड, we are working in the agriculture sector from years like few of you from MSc agriculture or doing PhD also. So if you think about all the problems of this sector and solutions of this sector, I think it will help to regenerate the economy as well as support the Indian economy also. So as all of us are aware about the contribution of agriculture sector in the GDP as well as if we talk about the present scenario, 7.7% GDP. In that, agriculture sector dropped 3.4% growth also. Okay. So India should now focus on producing the long-term crops as well as the livestock while having minimal effects on the environment. So as we see the climatic changes, okay, as we see, whole world is focused on carbon, whole world is focusing on the environmental impacts. जो हमें ये आजकल प्रॉब्लम्स आ रही है हेल्थ की बहुत सारी दिक्कतें हैं तो दिल्ली एनसीआर भी कर रहे थे वहाँ पे बहुत सारी हेल्थ इश्यूज तो अगर हम अपने एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर को थोड़ा इम्प्रूव करें अगर हम इस प्रॉब्लम्स से सोल्यूशन ढूंढें ठीक है बहुत सारे स्टार्टअप सिर्फ सोल्यूशन पे ही काम करते हैं ठीक है क्रॉपिन मैंने एक नाम लिया कंपनी का एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर में तो क्रॉपिन कंपनी क्या कर रही है कि एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर में एक बहुत बड़ी दिक्कत थी कि हम लैंड ही मेजर कर सकते हैं किसी सॉफ्टवेयर से ठीक है मीन्स हमें मैनुअली ही जाना पड़ता था बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग स्टोरी इसकी तो उन्होंने आईआईएम से सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर हैं मिस्टर फाउंडर उन्होंने सोचा कि लैंड मेजर करनी है या हम एक क्रॉप एरिया मेजर करना है या जैसे आप में से एमएससी पीएचडी हम लोग सब हैं तो हमने देखा है कि जब फील्ड ट्रायल करते हैं एक ट्रायल लगा हुआ है उसका कोई हमारे पास सेटलाइट व्यू नहीं होता ठीक है और उसकी इमेजेस जैसे अपने गाइड को आपने सबमिट कर दी तो लाइव इमेजेस भेजने का कोई ऐसा सोल्यूशन नहीं है बहुत सारे उन्होंने एक सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलप किया तो क्लाउड स्टोरेज जैसे हमारे सबके फोन में, आईफोन में क्लाउड स्टोरेज है, आपके जीमेल में क्लाउड स्टोरेज है, उन्होंने क्लाउड बनाया और वर्ल्ड का एक लौटा ऐसा क्लाउड स्टोरेज है जो एग्रीकल्चर पे काम कर रहा है, ठीक है। और इवन दो आज सिल्वर वैली में हमारी इंडियन कंपनी का ऑफिस है, ठीक है, अगर आप में से कुछ पता होगा यूएस में है। उसके अलावा अभी वो यूएस में एक्सपैंड कर रहे हैं, इवन दो बहुत सारे यूएस के लोग इसकी कंपनी में आ चुके हैं। तो वो करते क्या है बेसिकली कि एग्रीकल्चर में जितने भी हमारा डेटा बेस या क्लाउड बेस्ड डेटा, डेटा इन द सेंस कि कौन सी क्रॉप किस फार्मर ने कब ग्रो करी, कि पैकेज प्रैक्टिसेस हैं उसको सारे को स्टडी करते हैं, उसके एक ऐप में अपडेट करते हैं, ठीक है। मतलब अभी एक फार्मर है, फार्मर कोई नोटिस नहीं करता कि मैंने कितनी कौन सा पेस्टिसाइड यूज किया, कितने पीपीएम में यूज किया, ठीक है, और कौन सा सीड यूज कर रहा हूँ मैं, कितने टाइम बाद पानी लगा रहा हूँ, बहुत सारी चीजें हैं। तो दे आर जस्ट updating all those things on the app, and after that they are just checking either he or she or farmer is using more than enough, ठीक है, तो उससे वो ट्रैक कर रहे हैं और वो इंडिकेट कर रहे हैं फार्मर को पूरा ये सेंस कि इट इज बेनिफिशियल और यू आर जस्ट वेस्टिंग रिसोर्सेज। तो ऐसी बहुत सारी कंपनीज हैं, मतलब आज हमारे बीच अनफॉर्चुनेटली चैनरी एग्रोकेमिकल्स के एमडी साहब गोयल साहब नहीं पहुंच पाए, कल आए थे, तो उनकी कंपनी से उनके बिहाफ पे मैनेजर नीतीश शर्मा जी आए, ठीक है। तो ये भी पेस्टिसाइड बनाने की कंपनी है, तो दे आर आल्सो प्रोवाइडिंग द chemicals to the Syngenta, Bayer and Coromandel and many others. Okay, so it is very much lucky for all the students कि आप इनके साथ कंपनी के साथ collaborate कर सकते हो for the internship, for the jobs, and I personally believe कि सर आपकी जरूर हेल्प करेंगे इसमें भी। And at the last, keeping all these factors in the mind, so हमारी जो थीम है sustainable development through agriculture production protection policy landscape for the crop year, तो ये यही हमारी इंडिकेट कर रही है, थीम ही हमारी ये है कि हम सस्टेनेबिलिटी को कैसे डेवलप कर सकते हैं, प्लांट प्रोटेक्शन के ऊपर क्या कर सकते हैं, ठीक है। हमारी जो जस्ट एग्रीकल्चर कंपनी है, आज में हमने किसकी एक सब्सिडरी कंपनी हम भी ओपन कर रही है ड्रोन सर्विसेज के लिए, और इवन तो मैं चंद्रशेखर साहब को भी रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि हम ड्रोन की ट्रेनिंग आपके कैंपस में भी प्रोवाइड करनी चाहिए। तो ड्रोन हमारे आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने 8,000 करोड़ इन्वेस्ट किए हैं ड्रोन को लेकर, ठीक है, और बहुत सारी कंपनीज हैं इंडिया में सेटअप हो चुकी हैं जो इंडियन मैन्युफैक्चर्ड ड्रोन्स बनाती हैं, ठीक है। तो ड्रोन्स पहले चाइना से आते थे, अभी इंडिया में मैन्युफैक्चर होने लगे हैं, असेंबल होने जिसको कह सकते हैं आप लगे हैं। तो ड्रोन्स एक नीड ऑफ द आवर, आप में से बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं, बहुत सारे प्रोफेशनल्स हैं, इंटेलेक्चुअल्स हैं, हम कह रहे हैं जॉब्स नहीं मिल रहा, ठीक है। आने वाले 5 साल के बाद ईवी की इतनी बड़ी सेक्टर आ रहा है ऑटोमोबाइल, और ड्रोन्स का बहुत बड़ा एक रोल होगा हमारे एग्रीकल्चर, ठीक है। ड्रोन से आज हम सुन रहे हैं कि हैदराबाद में गवर्नमेंट ड्रोन डिलीवरी जोमेटो वाली भी स्टार्ट हो चुकी है, एग्रीकल्चर में ड्रोन सप्लाई हो रही है, ठीक है। तो उसके पीछे की बहुत बड़ी स्टडी है, रिसर्च है, डेटा है कि उसमें कौन से पेस्टिसाइड्स होंगे, उसमें कौन से पेस्टिसाइड्स होंगे और उसका रोल और बेनिफिट क्या है, ठीक है। वो बहुत बड़ा एक इम्पोर्टेंट हमारे लिए एक आने वाले टाइम में एक न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी है, ठीक है। तो अभी तक हम जो स्टडी करते हैं, ठीक है, यहाँ हम अभी तक जो यूज करते हैं वो हमारे ट्रेडिशनल पेस्टिसाइड है, जो हम आफ्टर ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन 1980 के बाद से 70s 80s के बाद से यूज करते हैं। अभी एक लेटेस्ट डेवलप हो रही है या बीपीएम उनकी नई केमिकल्स डेवलप हो गई, उसमें क्या किया जा रहा है, रिसर्च की जा रही है, R&D काम कर रही है कि जितने भी हमारी हाई स्टैंड क्रॉप्स है, जैसे अभी ऑर्चिड्स है हमारे, ऑर्चिड में स्प्रे करना सबसे दिक्कत वाली बात है, मैनुअली स्प्रे करना, ठीक है। इसके अलावा जितने हमारे जैसे शुगर केन क्रॉप है उसमें भी, तो ऐसी क्रॉप्स में बहुत ही ज्यादा बेनिफिशियल है और बहुत रिजल्ट्स हैं इसके, हिमाचल में, हमारे पंजाब में, अक्रॉस इंडिया इसके। तो जब लोगों को लगेगा कि ड्रोन की जरूरत है इंडिया में और ड्रोन है बेनिफिशियल है, तो ड्रोन पायलट्स की जरूरत है, ठीक है। तो अभी इंडिया में ड्रोन के रिसर्च सेंटर्स ओपन कर रही है, गवर्नमेंट उसको सपोर्ट कर रही है, ड्रोन के पायलट्स मतलब इंडियन गवर्नमेंट का एक डेटा बता रहा है कि 2028 तक इंडिया में 10,000 से ज्यादा, सॉरी 10 करोड़ से ज्यादा लोगों की जरूरत है जो ड्रोन की रिलेटेड काम कर रहे हैं। मैं ये कह एग्रीकल्चर ड्रोन, बहुत सारे तरह के ड्रोन, चाहे वो ड्रोन डिलीवरीज हैं, चाहे वो ड्रोन एग्रीकल्चर रिलेटेड है, और भी बहुत सारे पर्पस के लिए हो रहे हैं, डेटा सैटेलाइट जियो मैपिंग वगैरह, ठीक है। तो एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर में भी बहुत सारी जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज आ रही हैं, क्योंकि आज के टाइम पे इवन जैसे अभी हम भी काम करते हैं उस पे, तो एग्रीकल्चर ड्रोन्स के जितने भी पायलट्स अवेलेबल है दे आर ओनली अवेलेबल फ्रॉम द बेंगलोर और चेन्नई, नो वन इज अवेलेबल इन फ्रॉम अक्रॉस दिल्ली एनसीआर नॉर्थ इंडिया एंड वेस्ट, यूपीएस यूपी अभी हमारे पास है ही नहीं कॉलेज। तो ये सारी जो एक जॉब ट्रेंड निकलेगा आने वाले टाइम में, तो तभी पॉसिबल अगर हमारे पास ड्रोन्स के फाइल्स हो, ठीक है। So, just wrapping the session, the agenda of this national conference is just to provide a platform to all the researchers, agricultural professionals, scientists, students, as well as the experts, as well as industrial professionals, so that we can discuss the views, we can discuss about the problems, we can find the solutions, practical solutions. Okay, organizing the conference is not just to deliver the awards, it's not just to present the oral post. ठीक है, कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑर्गेनाइज करने का मकसद ये होता है कि हम एक दूसरे के साथ बैठें, डिस्कस करें क्या दिक्कतें आ रही हैं, स्टूडेंट्स की क्या प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, फार्मर्स की क्या प्रॉब्लम्स हैं। ये तो आई हर्ड दैट आपकी यूनिवर्सिटी ने अभी किसान मेला भी कराया बहुत अच्छा, तो वो भी इसीलिए ऑर्गेनाइज किए जाते हैं कि फार्मर्स की क्या, ठीक है। बेसिकली जस्ट एग्रीकल्चर इज प्रोवाइडिंग अ सॉल्यूशन एज वेल एज इट इज एक्टिंग एज ए ब्रिज to fulfill the gap between the farmer and the scientist, student and the scientist. Okay, because we are three type of communities in this agriculture sector. One is students. Okay, those who are learning stage, those who are in learning stage. Second one is the scientist, those who have data, जिन्होंने रिसर्च कर लिया, जिनके पास एक्सपीरियंस। तीसरे हैं हमारी फार्मर्स। एक साइंटिस्ट तो एक स्टडी कर सकता है ना, एक वेराइटी डेवलप कर दी, उसके बाद उसके ऊपर रिसर्च प्रैक्टिकली कौन करता है, फार्मर। साइंटिस्ट से ज्यादा नॉलेज फार्मर को। तो जब हम तीनों एक साथ बैठ के कम्युनिटी के तौर पे काम करेंगे, हम सभी ग्रो कर सकते हैं। तो थैंक यू ऑल ऑफ यू एज वेल एज इंडियन यूनिवर्सिटी फॉर ऑर्गेनाइजिंग दिस वंडरफुल कॉन्फ्रेंस, एंड थैंक यू once again Dr. Ram Snehi, Dr. G.B. Pathak sir, Dr. Rajendra Dagar, Dr. Mamendra Singh, Mr. Bihari, Sachin, Ritu, as well as again Dr. Venchakriti sir, VC sir, for organizing and all these arrangements for this wonderful national conference. So I convey my best wishes for organizing such a successful organization conference.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for letting us get aware of the facts and the trends in the modern agriculture technology, that is drone technology and all. So the thing is well justified by your words, sir. I hope our participants are looking forward to take away this message that agriculture and environment, technology and invention should go hand in hand. So thank you so much, sir. So now Himani Gautam, Vice President of Just Agriculture Education Group, and is requested to come on stage to tell our participants about the organizers. So Himani ma'am, please. A very good morning to everyone present over here in offline as well as online mode. So firstly, I welcome you all to this conference on sustainable policies landscape, sustainable development for agriculture, production and policy landscape for crop care. Today, I feel extremely privileged to tell our participants about the organizers of this national conference. So this conference 2023 is being organized by MPL University Palwar, Just Agriculture Education Group, and everyone environmental education and farmers welfare society India. So now I would like to tell the participants about MBA University. So MBA University is well equipped with all the state of art facilities, infrastructure, as well as qualified and dedicated faculty members in all disciplines with excellence and high standards in all domains of higher education. So MBA University exhibit a vibrant and exciting atmosphere in engaging both the teaching and learning. So advanced curriculum, innovative institute industry interaction, guidance from experts from academics and industry make students at MBA University industry ready. So this is a university where great minds grow. So in order to sustain, diversify, and realize the potential of agriculture sector, it is necessary to develop skilled human resources through agriculture education. So keeping this point in view, MBA University has started BSc Honors Agriculture, which is a 4-year degree program from the academic session of 2018 to 19 in Haryana. The agriculture education has always been a priority in the development policy of India, and in this program, students while pursuing the studies get exposure to practical and tactical framework of post-curriculum design, strictly as per the guidelines of ICR, along with the 6-month compulsory field internship, which is RAVE, and also that opportunity to develop complementary skills for becoming successful agri entrepreneurs. Now about the Just Agriculture Education Group. So Just Agriculture Education Group is India's largest agri-edtech platform. with 7 lakh plus leaders and 55,000 plus living community, and it provides produce a platform to share about the latest innovations, and the lunch of our company is enthused with a warm energy to channelize all innovations, technicalities, emotions, and even the unheard thoughts and unseen ways of the farmer. So just agriculture, the magazine and newsletter has published more than 3,100 articles from the academicians, researchers, and students of ICR institutes as well as state agriculture universities and other private universities also. Just agriculture, the magazine is widely circulated among the farmers, professionals, and academicians among 28 states of India and 63 countries globally. Till now, we have 13 plus vice chancellors, 33 plus directors, 65 plus principal scientists, and 150 plus professors and assistant professors from various specialties of agriculture, veterinary, and other sciences on board with the Just Agriculture team. So, with a span of just 2 years, Just Agriculture Group collaborated with India's most reputed government agriculture institutions, which is ICRISAT, NAM, NICHM, managed, and Professor Jayasankar Telangana State Agriculture University, Antibiotic Udaipur, Nashik, KNMK Pradhani, Cost Kashmir, Niftam Haryana, Utkarsh PTKB Incubation Center, Dr. PTKB Akola, and Dr. Aarti KU Pusa, and many more other institutions. So Just Agriculture has been organizer of many national and international agriculture conferences, workshops, trainings, expos, and summits, etc. So we are just working on agriculture education. And now about our society. So the society is agro-environmental education and farmers welfare society Punjab. And our society was founded back in 2021. So it is an autonomous research and educational organization which is registered under the Society Registration Act 1860 and also registered under MSME, NITI Aayog and Government of India and ISO certified. Our society is working in the field of agriculture, environment, and farmers' welfare for sustainable development and provides a unique platform to the scientists, academicians, researchers, and policymakers for exchanging their ideas and raising research and disseminating knowledge of agro-environment in the society. So our society is one of the largest networks of agriculture and allied sector professionals in India, and it acts as a bridge between the network of Indian rural community and other stakeholders, including government, development organizations, corporate entities, and and our society does this through large-scale field implementation projects with integrated deployment of technological innovation for efficiency and scale. So the main objective of the organizer of this national conference is to provide a platform to all the participants to share their learning, the best practices from the thought leaders and experts which are who are engaged in agriculture sector to inspire and generate ideas of new thinking and to tell the participants about the findings of their research and to help the participants in disseminating their their innovations and celebrate their achievements. So once again, I thank you all and wish for the successful organization of this conference. And I hope that the outcomes will help in training the strategies for improving crop productivity as well as saving the environment. So thank you all. Thank you so much, Manima. So in order to continue the event, give your warm attention to Vijay Arora sir, former DR of Maharana Pratap Agriculture University, Karnal, who is joining in online mode as a guest, addressed by guest of honor as well as for his lecture. So I would like to request my team to please do the opening.
Hello.
Sir, हाँ जी sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Can you listen to me?
Sir,
Can you listen to me?
yes, sir, we can listen to you.
Okay.
Yeah, sir, we can listen to you.
जी हिमानी जी हाँ हाँ ओके 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 so shall I start?
Please, sir.
Respected worthy Vice Chancellor, MNV University and faculty members, staff, Dr. D.S. Bedwal, Just Agriculture and Associates, respected delegates and participants. I'm really delighted and very happy to join this national conference today. Really, it is privilege for me to give a address on this conference. And as my topic of concern is fertilizer and fertility management and and soil health. So mainly I will be talking as an address for this topic. So kindly make me for screen sharing is say it disavailable. Can you make that?
Sir, please wait. We are enabling, sir.
Okay. You are enabling. It has not yet. Okay. Just I want to share my experience on PPT.
Please continue, sir. It's been enabled, sir.
Okay, that's great. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir. Very much visible, sir.
Okay, okay. Advanced technique for fertilizer application and soil health management. You know, we require 17 essential elements for the growth of the plant. And this has been already talked much in your graduate classes or wherever you are having the agriculture. I will not go in detail, but will come here. You see the efficiency of the different nutrient which we supply to the plant is very poor. And there is a continuous effort that we are applying more and getting less use of the fertilizers. And as you know, the fertilizers are very, very costlier input. And we need to improve our fertility use efficiency. For the last 100 years or so, there is a continuous effort to increase the efficiency of different fertilizer. And particularly in our developing country, where we have adopted the use of fertilizer, but not the efficient technology of fertilizer. So I will be narrating few of, as you see, the micronutrient efficiency is only 2%. That means if we are adding the 2 kilo, if we are adding the 1 kilo, only 20 gram is available. So see that how much efficiency is there. And with thanks to the government that they have made it compulsory for the urea to be neem coated, so that there should not be a much of the volatilization losses. And then foliar application of the fertilizer, there has come many soluble fertilizers in the market that we can spray, because when we spray the nutrient, the efficiency certainly improves a lot, and then we can make it convenient. Fertigation, wonderful for improving the fertilizer use efficiency, and also through the pasteurized irrigation system like drip irrigation system, the fertilizer use efficiency will need to be improved. So now this is the drone. Okay, Dr. Bidwal was talking much about this. So the next phase for improving the fertilizer use efficiency would be through the spraying of fertilizer through drone. But I have a reservation at this moment that there is need to be a lot of research, lot of things to be standardized before we recommend actually to the farmer. So, but continuous effort have been made to see its utility and also its efficacy in the field crop. How much we have to add, what would be the quantity, what would be the salts which we'll be using for fertilizers application, and also how much concentration we need and how much water we need, and in how much time it will be spraying the nutrient in the field. That need to be standardized yet, but certainly there are great efforts to come to the conclusion, and finally we'll be giving some recommendation to the farmer. Now then I coming to the fertigation, very, very important also because it has the higher water and nutrient use efficiency, and tackle so many other problems like uniform application, reduced water pollution, effective weed management, and very good for undulating soil, reduce the soil compaction. The disadvantage is that the sometimes it's tedious, it's cumbersome to use because you require a technical staff to handle that. But once the farmer is being trained or the user is being trained, he will cope up with the situation. So handling of the equipment is should be careful, but once we start using it, we know the pro and cons of the equipment. So this is the layout, and you see that how much fertilizer use efficiency increases when we go for fertigation. These are the equipment we use for the fertigation. Now, one thing more, hydroponic. Hydroponic, I show you, see, what this technique is, that we use the nutrient solution for the growth of the plant without the soil. And it is very useful technique for those soils which are marginal, where there is no crop production. Though this technology is very costly also, but certainly will cope up with those situations which don't yield anything, like barren soils, and then the water scarcity is there, and water is polluted, or water is marginal, and also so many other problems are there in the soil and water. So there, this technique, and what is, it's not a very new technique. People say it's a new technique, but I should mention this is 100 years old technique. Have you seen the gardens of Babylon's, hanging garden of Babylon? They were using the same techniques for as a hydroponic, and but they have not disclosed much about the technique. So now science has captured this, and then uses and make use of in agriculture, and certainly it improves the fertilizer use efficiency, and very helpful for achieving the good yield. Though again, it's highly technical and requires skilled professional to use this, and also costly. But nevertheless, it can be a very good techniques. Aerophonic, growing the plant in the air, no need of soil, and the moisture and nutrient are being sprayed on the roots. So this technique is very helpful. So you might find this is very interesting technique, and lot of this mini tuber production in this country has made the progress by using aerophonic techniques. Okay, this is again drip irrigations. Now this is vertical gardening. Many city dwellers, and they are fond of greenery, and so now that greenery has to come through the use of nutrient. And for that, you might have seen on the hotels or on the buildings, there are hanging of the plants on the wall. So this is vertical gardening, and that requires the efficient water and nutrient management. So this technique is, I would say, new to grow the plant vertically, and we require a proper management system for the water and nutrients. So for that, you need to have a specific amendment or salts to be used for the these all newer technique, either maybe a drip irrigation system or the hydroponic or aeroponic, we require salts, specific salts, and they can be easily dissolved in the water and can be applied easily. So for all the nutrient, I have mentioned the salts. And specific range, I have also mentioned that this you cannot remember all these, but as such, you can have the information. I can share this slide, and then this can be a useful range for the growing of the plant under these hydroponic system or the drip irrigation system. So I have suggested nutrient solution for various crops. Now, this is a technical thing that we have to maintain the pH and EC of the and alkalinity of the soil, as well as wherever we are using the water, we have to look after the pH and EC of the soil. So that will affect the nutritional value, both micro and micronutrient, and also there should not be any toxicity of the certain element which are toxic to the. So we have to look after the acidity where there is a maximum nutrient availability is there. So we have to see that the water we are using should not be too acidic or should not be too alkaline. Acidity, now salinity also a bigger plays a bigger part when we are using these new the fertigation system. So we have to actually mitigate or correct our salinity problem before we use these for nutrient solution. Otherwise, there will be a salt injuries like that. So we have to look after the salt before we use water for fertigation or hydroponic or aeroponic or vertical gardening. All these techniques we have to correct this salinity. So we have measuring techniques. All we know, alkalinity also we have to correct the alkalinity. Now, another thing, this was all chemical fertility of the soil or fertility of the soil by spraying or using the chemicals. But my concern is also with the biological and physical property of the soil, which has been deteriorated over the time by intensive agriculture. So we need to correct our soil and make our soil healthy. So how we can do that? All we know that we have to use organic manures, and then we need not to burn the crop residue and manage those crop residues. Otherwise, what will happen? Our soil fertility, the biological and the physical fertility will go down because there will be a less availability of the water retention would be less, water stagnation will be more, and there will be a less air in the soil, and then there will be less microbes in the soil. So we need to have the integrated nutrient supply system, inorganic and organic manures and crop residue and green manuring and biofertilizer. All you have heard, but we need to implement them. Otherwise, and as a soil scientist, I will be keep on asking you or talking about these things unless they are being advocated on a large scale. Otherwise, one day there will be a soil which will be very poor for the plant growths, and we don't want that. Really, we need to look after our. So somebody can say that, oh, these are very general things, but really they are not on a practical scale still. So I need to advocate these things, where either use of FYM or compost or biosalary or the crop residue management is very important, and grain manuring. I will be narrating all these things individually. So this I have talked. See the nutrient value. Somebody can think that why don't we meet our nutrient requirement through use of organic manures and grain manures, because there is some nutrient present in that. Even the micronutrient are also there. But you see the so much low concentration, and this cannot meet out the demand of fast growing crops. And why? Because they are slowly available. So we need to integrate these organic manures with the use of chemical fertilizer. Otherwise, there will not be a higher crop production. So we cannot advocate solely either a chemical fertilizer or organic manures. So manures, as you know, dung manure, what we were advocating, that either you should dig a pit and then put your cow dung in that and then fill it with the. Nobody does that. I have made the survey and I have gone to various fields of Haryana and come to know that nobody does the composting of the FYM. So how we can use it easily? So there is a alternate method for that. That if the cow dung is wet, 70% is moisture there, then you just cover it with the black polythene, and that will survive the purpose. So otherwise, what we do is we burn the organic this FYM. Press mud. I should show you the pictures. See this press mud. Very important organic manures. Who burns these? It does not go to the farmer field. And brick cleaner they are using it for burning and making the bricks. So actually it should be used by the farmer. And you know why this is important? Because when we crush the sugar cane in the mill, then we use the gypsum to clarify the juice. And whatever the gypsum is being used for the clarification, the rest is being available into the press mud. So really, it's very good for good manure for reclamation of sodic soils where there is a problem of then large area in India which is the soil are sodic. So this manure will be very useful and boom for those soils. Grain manuring. Okay, these maybe mung or maybe cowpea or sun hemp or grain manuring with the dancha, Sesmania. There are 4 advantages of using the organic manures. Grain manuring. One is that its roots goes very, very deep, and whatever the nutrient are living in the deeper layer, they come up when we grow the grain manure and we incorporate for the next crop. And moreover, its roots, grain manure roots, make the soil pulverized. And also when we incorporate the green manures into the soil, they release the organic acid, and then very useful for solubilizing the nutrient and availability of the nutrients. Then you see that there is a 78% nitrogen available in the atmosphere. And you know that there are bacteria, particularly for the legume crop, rhizobium bacteria, they fixes the nitrogen. So Similarly, they fix the nitrogen as the urea factory fixes. So there is a great advantage for nitrogen fixation of grain manure. I have given the data as this DACHA that fixes up to 130 kg of nitrogen per hectare. So for most of the crops, this is the requirement. But as such, this fixing nitrogen will not suffice, because this as such is not very easily available. But nevertheless, it enriches the soil with the nitrogen, and then we will reduce the doses of the nitrogen in the next crop. So composting, many talk have been there that how we can use the prali and crop residue. So why don't you make the compost? Compost can be easily made similarly to as I have shown, covering with the polythene. Just mix it with the cow's urine and the crop residue and poultry manure or biogas slurry, and then prepare the bed, and then cover it with the polythene. So and then you can enrich with these compost with microorganism like Azotobacter psv, Trichoderma vidi. So I will need not to go in detail of making that. You can read, or my slides is always available on YouTube as well as on my Facebook, and also I will share this slide with you also in the organizer. So mainly I wanted to emphasize that we could go for these manures like vermicompost, and it's easy to make for the this picture I have taken from the farmer field only, and he has seen that what he has done, and he has taken the lessons also to sell that. So can be a very good profession. Lot of talk about the jobs and entrepreneurship. So why don't you make vermicomposting as a entrepreneurship and a very good unit? So the government provide the subsidy also sometimes to make it pakka vermicompost unit. So I have talked about the nitrogen fixation, symbiotic and asymbiotic. So rhizobium bacteria, they fixes the nitrogen as a symbiotic, and when we are having the non-symbiotic, that is certain bacteria like Azotobacter, Azospilium, they fetches the nitrogen from the atmosphere. So, and apart from that, we need to solubilize this phosphorus. This is very, very tedious element, and then we need to solubilize and make it up and movable into the soil. So we need to have certain microorganism, and PSP is the one of the best of that, phosphorus solubilizing bacteria. This picture, and this is not available in these tikka. When we say tikka, biotikka or azotikka or PSB phosphotikka, they are not available. Why they are not available in the common market? Because they are so cheap, 40 rupees for 1 liter. So the businessman will not advocate these things because they will not earn much profit. So where they are available? They are available with the IFCO, CRIPCO, good agencies like Tata, and then NFL, and university also provide these, and very useful. I have got feedback from various farmer. If they use these biofertilizers, they fetches a good yield and improve their soil fertility. Biogas slurry, you see this was very poor structure before 40 years before they made this Janta biocompost units, but now this very improved technology using the biogas and achieving the biogas salary. And also we could get a lot of good gas for the our kitchen for cooking. So you see here, this is this unit photograph I have taken from the farmer's field only. So very good if we use that. And of course we can go for a city compost also, but there are certain reservation. They may be well decomposed, and sometimes they may have the carbonate and bicarbonate high in salinity is high, and also sometimes the heavy metals are also there. So but this city compost is very good for the tree plantation, or where we are not having the edible uh, things to grow. So last but not the least, this is my we worked on this a lot. This is subsoiler, which makes our physical condition very high. So and it runs into the soil very easily and break the hard pan. And if I have a video, will take 1 minute more and then finish my talk. So it breaks the, can you see the video also? Okay, yeah, I think it's visible. So it's very useful equipment for making the soil and improving the soil physical condition. So very good for compacted soil. And nowadays we will see most of, due to intensive agriculture, there is a compaction into the soil. The water remain on the soil for a longer period and makes the crop yellow. So that's it. That's what I was going to talk. Thank you very much for patiently listening.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Sir.
I hope I have not made a boring topic for the audience.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very much, sir. So your innovative tools and techniques in the modern agriculture are definitely at part with our sustainable development goals. So it was worth listening to you, sir. So thank you so much for your valuable time and efforts. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you so much for inviting me also. Thanks to all the organizer and and especially MNV faculty staff and directors and all those. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Pleasure is all ours. Thank you, sir.
As revered Vice Chancellor of the university has said that we should carefully use our resources. Like sometimes I teach students in microbiology, like there are two types of microorganisms. One are R strategists, another are case strategists. So basically, the R strategists and case strategists are known as polymer crops and cookie crops. The cookie crops are those which utilize their resources very fast and use fast in the system and utilize the resources. They will not leave the resources for next generation. So basically, is what so these our strategies is that increase their population very fast. Now, what scale we are? We I think India or in or other countries, the population is was increased, and we are using our resources so fastly. We should become a case strategist in which we will use our resources in a conservation mode. Like the 3 R's we discussed, we should reuse, recycle, and the last one R is what? Reduce. Reduce is the first. And second was reuse, and third was that we are the important, basically. So, these are the important basically. And in sustainable agriculture, why sustainable agriculture is the key of sustainable development? Because if there is a food, there will be energy. You can perform your tasks You can work in your organizations. The organizations will grow up. So equally, we will contribute to our system, to our ecosystem. We will live sustainably. As you will see, there are several goals of sustainable development for 2030. These had also like there are some goals. I almost say about this sustainable development. There is another task after this talk in Department of Microbiology, which I will discuss on butter. I'm just also touching this sustainable development, where also these all goals. However, you students can also visit to, as we said, you can see there are some things. There are flags. You can see there. My personal or scientific touch to the goal is the second goal, which is zero hunger. So zero hunger is just because of food, and food is grown from agriculture. Okay, so this is the important, and I will discuss about this in my last slides. First, I will discuss, a basic of biofertilizer or the microorganisms which can increase the growth of plants, or they can work as a biopesticide and a biocontrol agent, you can say. These microorganisms can protect the crops also, and they can increase the productivity also. So these are the one microorganisms. These are called as plant growth promoting rhizobacteria. I just learned about the plants from my father. He was transferring some plants, borrowing from the nursery and transferring into pots. So he just tell me only that we should remove the polythene, we should not remove the soil. That to be transferred, same as we are getting from the nursery. We should remove the polythene only. The soil should be the remaining intact. So that was I just learned from my childhood. Soil should be remaining intact with the plant when we are transferring plant from one ecosystem to another ecosystem. Until and unless plant may die. Soil is important. Why soil is important? There is soil is important. I'm just going into the history. There was Lorenz Milner, a scientist from Germany, he coined the term rhizosphere. That is the important one. Where we are talking about all these developments taking place in the rhizosphere and entered into the agriculture. Basically, it is taking the microorganisms and the development of the concept of biofertilizer. However, there are many scientists comes after Lorenz Hiltner. There was Sergei Vinogradovsky and there is Banjuric, who isolated and who tells us about root nodules and rhizobium. And Vinogradovsky says us there is a potential in these microorganisms for nitrogen. There come from the nitrogen was the first fertilizer from the America. So when these kind of things happens, like in another milestone discovery was taking place in America, University of California. That guy, however, is very senior. I'm saying. So he's Loper. I'm in Loper. Under the guidance of his guide, I'm sure. He discussed in a conference that plant growth promoting rhizobacteria on radishes. He isolated rhizobacteria from the radish rhizosphere. He used these microorganisms for the plant growth promotion of the radish. The term was coined that from. It was very early in 1978. It was a conference. And we are using this term still today. However, there are several terms, has been discussed by several scientists like those from Person Foundation. And they are saying yield increasing bacteria. So bacteria or rhizobacteria, there are something lost in the concept. So conceptually, rhizobacteria is quite better. And an adjective before the rhizobacteria, plant growth promoting, much better. Because it says it is a beneficial. राइजोस्फीयर में ऐसे भी बैक्टीरिया हो सकते हैं जो डिजीज कॉज करें, अपन खाली बेनिफिशियल के ऊपर कंसर्न कर रहे हैं, है ना? It is important for students also, like if they are going to study biofertilizer, they should borrow the concept from here that I am talking about, PGPR. I started my journey on PGPR from Gurukul Primary University under the mentorship of Professor D.K. Maheshwari. He say it has plant growth and health promoting rhizobacteria. It is a microbiology monograph, volume 16, edited series editor by Alexander Strumbickel. So I learned a lot from him, and I discuss about plant growth promoting rhizobacteria. Like there are two types of mechanisms, direct and indirect mechanisms. Through which like microorganisms can produce phytohormones, they can solubilize the minerals which are present in the soil. Basically, microbes are the cook. What I'm saying, microbes are cook. Like we buy rice from the market, अपने किचन में लेके आते हैं, but we require a cook. वो उसको पका के देता है तब अपन लोग खा पाते हैं चावल, कच्चे चावल तो नहीं खा पाते हैं ना. तो ऐसे ही for example, if there is ammonium, plant cannot uptake ammonium, it requires nitrate. So there are some microorganisms which can convert the ammonium into the nitrate, and there are some other microorganisms which can convert nitrate into nitrite. So the cycle goes on. This is another thing, but like there are minerals, but these are not in so form that plant can uptake. So there are the microorganisms in the rhizosphere which can convert these things into the soluble one. So the soluble minerals basically can be uptaken by the plant. So as these microorganisms are helping for plant to the growth promotion. The nitrogen fixation is there, the hydro crop production basically for the iron management in the soil. Like these microorganisms can chelate the ferric and convert into the ferrous. So ferrous will be available as a biomass in the soil. And as a biomass, the ferrous can be uptaken by the plant. Hydrocyanic acid, they are very important. We say sometimes as HCl, hydrocyanate. So these are also important as a fumigant in the rhizosphere, which can reduce the pathogen load in the amino cyclopropane, one cyclo, carboxylate. This is called as an enzyme. This is regulate ethylene. Ethylene as a phytohormone, which should be regulated because if the ethylene concentration will increase, the plant will go into maturity. So in the ecosystem, there the ethylene circulation should be there. These microorganisms are helping in the way when there is a growth or where there is a flood. Where there is a flood, where there is a growth. Where there is a flood, the ethylene level is increased. So when ethylene level is increased, plant goes to maturity. There we require these kind of microorganisms which can reduce the ethylene level and maintain the blood pressure of the plants. Like biocontrol and immunity. Immunity we have all humans, but plants also have immunity in the case of systemic resistance that is induced and systemic resistance and systemic acquired resistance. So these are all about the microorganisms they carry out these kind of. Now I'm taking your concern into the bioremediation. These PGPR can be bioremediation. These can do bioremediation. These can also be utilized for soil reclamation. If there are polluted soil, so these microorganisms can be used for the reclamation. They can, remove or they can transform the pollutants into the another form so that these pollutants from the recalcitrant form to be a citrant form. Or these can be degraded by other microorganisms in a consortium manner. So there is basically important things like root turnovers that increase soil organic carbon, root exudate that contains so many nutrients, and these microorganisms also secrete so many enzymes and some other specific compounds and oxygen in the atmosphere. These are the important things which can be a central for the environment. Now, which is the problem? Problem is hydrocarbon pollution in certain agriculture fields. We have to remove this petrol or petroleum hydrocarbons. If we can utilize this kind of soil which is polluted with petroleum hydrocarbons, if these are wastelands, Now we want to determine these. So we can put the inoculants of PGPR. Where that these PGPR will hit two targets with only one arrow. Is it possible? Hitting two targets with one arrow. ये हमारी पुरानी कहावत है, एक तीर से दो शिकार वाली बात। तो एक तीर से दो शिकार यहाँ हो जाता है। It will increase your productivity, crop productivity, and it will deteriorate the soil also. So these are very beneficial because I am going to talk about the biosurfactant. So this is the model of biosurfactant. That figure is drawn by my student, Upasana. He was a MSc student. मैंने उसको बोला मैंने तुम्हारे दिमाग में फिगर बना. What is what? What is going to do in the lab? So you can see there is a seed which can be germinated or cannot be germinated because of petrol or hydrocarbon contaminants in the figure A. And in the figure B, there is a PGPR. They can colonize the rhizosphere. They can support the plant as well as they can reduce the petroleum hydrocarbon content. And in third figure, you will see the plant is growing and there is no petrol or there is no hydrocarbon in the soil. The soil is reclamated. Soil become habitable. So this way we can go for the long run for the agriculture. Like there is a long term impact of biofertilizer that I say many times. Because फार्मर को क्या लगता है कि आज मैं फर्टिलाइजर डालूंगा बायो फर्टिलाइजर और मेरी क्रॉप ऐसे ग्रो करे जैसे मैंने यूरिया डाला हो, वो ही नहीं सकता क्योंकि आपने सॉइल के अंदर से आपने न्यूट्रिएंट को खत्म कर दिया पूरा, है ना। एक बड़ा कंसेप्ट है स्टबल बर्निंग करते हैं, पूरी जो टॉप सॉइल है तो उसमें हार्डनिंग हो गई है, लेयर बन गई है, और जो नॉर्मल माइक्रोफ्लोरा है सॉइल का, जो बेनिफिशियल माइक्रोफ्लोरा है वो पूरा का पूरा खत्म हो गया, आपने उसका हीटिंग प्रोसेस से उसको डिस्टर्ब कर दिया। तो जो ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड्स हैं सॉइल के वो भी खत्म हो गए। अब उसको पता नहीं कि कैसे मैनेज करेंगे स्टबल बर्निंग, उसके लिए मुझे लग रहा है कि जस्ट एग्रीकल्चर को और सोचना चाहिए, बिकॉज दैट प्रॉब्लम्स कम्स फ्रॉम पंजाब particularly. So like we are doing these things, we are trying to isolate different type of microorganism. I am skipping some slides. I am not going to discuss on about the biosurfactant. I am just telling you what is going on in the lab, what we are doing. So in the lab we are isolating some microorganism from the nature, from the soil or some contaminated soil or contaminated water, and we are going to characterize these microorganisms on some experiments. Like hemolysis is the gold standard to understand a microorganism is produced by surfactant. Like you can see here, there is a oil displacement. See, there is in water and oil surface. What is happening? See, this is removed. Okay. So what in the lab is going on? We are isolating biosurfactant from the bacteria. In a petri plate, we are adding water and oil. So the oil water interface is there. We are adding biosurfactant. The biosurfactant forms diesel, and oil is removed from the water. Like in soil, it will be there. If there is a these pollutants, hydrocarbons will be there. Petrol will be there. So it will form a diesel in the soil. It will increase the fertility of the soil, and soil become habitable to grow by the microorganisms. So I just mentioned this slide. This is the golden rule of hemolysis, where the very known scientist Mulligan in 1984 recommended that blood agar test families and should be supported by other activities. Like other activities we have done in the interface. Another type of determination of type of biosurfactant, Sita Bakar test, Biovet test, phosphate test can be done in the laboratory. Other tests like T24 and bar test can be done. And these are the evaluation of plant growth promoting nature of microorganisms, like if they are producing phytohormone like they are using AXIN, they are doing phosphate solubilization, or they are producing hydrocore as well as for iron management. And we are carrying out some experiments on plants. तो ये वाला जो फोटो है इसमें कंट्रोल PS3 PS5 है, इसमें क्या है 30 डेज की प्लांट, 30 डेज में इसको हम लोग फील्ड पे कर सकते हैं, फील्ड पे करते भी हैं, but it was time bound research done by a MSc student within 3 months only. There was far back time, in that so much time she has done a lot. This is another paper we have published basically on biosurfactant. Cyclic siloxane, there is a type of biosurfactant that has published in Archives of Microbiology, in which the biosurfactant producing strain are biocontrol agents also. So they are limiting the growth of certain fungi which are causing disease in the plants. So these are the scan electron microscopy image in which you can see the deformities in the fungus because of biosurfactant producing strains. And we carried out characterization of biosurfactant through FTIR and GCMS, in which we determined that it is a cyclic siloxane. Now what we are doing? We are doing the removal of hydrocarbon, estimating as total petroleum hydrocarbon, in which we are estimating by a gravimetric analysis. We are intentionally polluting a ground soil with the hydrocarbons. And now we are treating these soil with the microbes, and microbes are doing a very good job also. They are removing some kind of hydrocarbons. There is data where you can see that a stain MSBS that is removing around 63% petroleum hydrocarbon, and MSBS2 is removing around 68% hydrocarbon. And here is, as you can see, the quinine, the biosurfactant, it is a surfactant. Quinine is a surfactant, the chemical. It is removing 70%. However, the biosurfactant are not removing so much amount. It is less than 70%, but they are doing. And I suppose, and I recommend that stop using chemicals in agriculture. Otherwise, it will deteriorate our soil for our future generation. So there is a sustainable development or sustainable agriculture. हमें अपने फ्यूचर के लिए अपन को प्रोटेक्ट करनी है सोइल को, नहीं तो हम लोग भी पूरा यूटिलाइज कर सकते हैं, क्या फायदा है? This is another, like MSBS is removing 7.4% petroleum hydrocarbon from original polluted soil. There is a original polluted soil. We are not polluted with a additional hydrocarbon. It is originally we collect the soil which is polluted. We check our strains. We did not sterile the soil. We just kept as a control without any sterilization. We added our bacteria. So here is, like you can see, quinine is removing 60%, but my strain is removing 7.4 only. So where is the science? Science is here. Like these microbes are doing something. Not better than 2080, but they are doing something. Because there may be a complex type of hydrocarbons there. And there may be another microorganisms which cannot, not allowed to grow my strains when I'm adding into the soil. Because I'm not sterilizing soil. So there could be a relation, there could be, a competition between the native flora and a delusion from the lab. मतलब हमने लैब में उस बैक्टीरिया को आइसोलेट किया, मीडिया पे ग्रो कराया, वो टाइम वाइज सूट बूट पेन इंटेलिजेंट बन गया। जब वो विकेट पर्सनालिटीज के अंदर जाता है, सो इनमें जो वाइल्ड स्ट्रेन्स हैं उनके साथ वो कम्पीट नहीं कर पाता, शायद ऐसा हो सकता है ना। So this is the significance now. I'm just concluding. After significance, I'll just discuss about sustainable development goals. Like we can boost our crop production with these kind of microorganisms, which can produce biogas. And finally, we can reach to the second goal, zero hunger, where we will produce enough food to mitigate the food security. Okay, food security is directly connected to the zero hunger. If there will be a food security and a food for everyone in a affordable amount and affordable price, okay, and we are producing so enough food from the agriculture, so we can achieve this zero hunger. Second goal. And these are, I'm stepping up. These are some publications. These are 3 books which are published in Springer with my mentor, and some recent papers particularly. Thank you all.
So such an interesting talk. The A to Z of PG class that you discussed was wonderful actually. So I hope our participants must have enjoyed. The study model, the nature and science behind the biosurfactants, removal of petrochemicals from soil was very well explained, sir. So thank you so much for your highly valuable and absorbing presentation, sir. Thank you so much. Moving forward, my humble request to Mr. Nitish Sharma, manager at Canary Agrochemicals, to come to the podium and address us and interacting with the participants. Nitish, sir. Over to you.
Good morning, all of you. I am very pleased and honorable to join you here to celebrate this wonderful occasion of National Conference. Thank you for inviting me to speak today as well as giving me opportunity and here for exchange our ideas with you. I would like to start thank you conference organized by the MND 2021 and Vice Chancellor and Pro-Vice Chancellor and Commissioner Horticulture Minister of Agriculture and other honorable guests. I am truly speaking the objective of attending this conference and to have joint approach with agriculture field and pesticide industry for development include more effective and environmentally friendly agriculture and green pesticide for farmer and ultimately for the nation. We work toward making agriculture sustainable and profitable for our farmers by using simple and effective technology to ensure food security for all. Canary Agro believes in new innovation and always ready to sponsor new innovative research ideas. Canary Agro is progressive manufacturer as well as exporter of pesticide having annual growth of 45 to 65% for the last 4 years. Canary Agro is ready in one thoughts and challenge how to get more yield in less field. How to get more yield in less field, and we did it through with farmers. देखो हमारा एकेडमी से मैं इंडस्ट्री से हूँ, ठीक है, और मेरा भी पीएचडी कंटिन्यू है, मैं ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री से हूँ बेसिकली, और मैं सीएसआईआर भावनगर गवर्नमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है डॉक्टर राजाराम के नागरालय के अंदर में सिलेक्ट हुआ फॉर पीएचडी के लिए, और अच्छा खासा मेरा स्कॉलरशिप था, वो मैंने छोड़ा और अभी मैं इंडस्ट्री में काम कर रहा हूँ पेस्टिसाइड में, ठीक है, लेकिन मैंने पीएचडी कंटिन्यू रखी। अभी मेरा 3rd ईयर है, मैं मणिपाल यूनिवर्सिटी से पीएचडी करता हूँ। अब प्रॉब्लम ये है कि मैं वहां से रेगुलर क्यों नहीं किया, यहाँ पे क्यों किया, और आपसे कनेक्ट होने की हमारी रिक्वायरमेंट क्या है। अभी हमारे चांसलर साहब ने बात बोली थी कि एग्रीकल्चर की इंडस्ट्री है, ठीक है, और इस चीज को कोई मानता नहीं, और ये चीज मैंने खुद ने फेस की है, ठीक है। मैं मतलब गांव से बिलोंग करता हूँ, फार्मर सर्विस बोल सकते खुद को बोल सकते, खेती की भी है, सारी चीजें की है, प्रॉब्लम को देखा भी है, इसीलिए मैंने सोचा है कि मैं आपसे इंटरेक्ट करूं एग्रीकल्चर स्पेशलिस्ट स्टूडेंट से। अच्छा, मैंने अभी पिछले 6 महीने में लगभग मैंने 25 स्टूडेंट को इंटर्नशिप करवाई है जगन्नाथ यूनिवर्सिटी हरियाणा में, यहाँ पे बहादुरगढ़ में, वहाँ के स्टूडेंट, वहाँ से मैंने बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम फेस करी। अच्छा, अभी आपको कई चीजें बताई जा रही होंगी कि केमिकल सोइल हेल्थ के लिए बहुत डेंजरस है और हमारे लिए भी, और इसको बंद कर देना चाहिए, ठीक है। क्या तुम्हें लगता है कि एज ए साइंस स्टूडेंट किसी चीज को खत्म कर देना सॉल्यूशन? मुझे नहीं लगता। एज ए साइंटिस्ट हमें उसका अल्टरनेट निकालना चाहिए, ठीक है। एग्रीकल्चर का मुझे बहुत ज्यादा डेप्थ में नॉलेज नहीं है, लेकिन क्या रिसर्च, जब आप रिसर्च में आते हो तो आपको कहीं भी चारों तरफ से कनेक्शन करना पड़ेगा। अभी मैं एग्रीकल्चर को रीड कर रहा हूँ, पढ़ रहा हूँ, ऐसे कॉन्सेप्ट ज्वाइन कर रहा हूँ। और मेरे जो एमडी है मिस्टर मुकेश गोयल, डायनामिक पर्सन है, वो इसके लिए मैंने बोला स्पॉन्सर करते हैं। अगर आपके पास कोई नया रिसर्च इनोवेटिव आइडिया है, आप हमारे पास आओ। अभी सर से आप कॉन्टेक्ट नंबर ले लेना, मेरे से ले लेना। हम आपको स्कॉलरशिप भी पे करेंगे, उस पे काम करने में पैसा और फंड भी देंगे, और हम लैब भी प्रोवाइड कराएंगे, और जॉब तो है ही, ठीक है ना। तो किसी भी केमिकल को खत्म करने में उसका एक अल्टरनेट सॉल्यूशन है। अभी हम लोग जो पेस्टिसाइड यूज कर रहे हैं बेसिकली वो इसी फॉर्मेशन सबसे ज्यादा यूज करते हैं। सर भी बता रहे थे कि ऑयल, हाइड्रोकार्बन, फ्लो, सारी चीजें आ जाती है, उसकी वजह से प्लांट ग्रो नहीं करता है। मैं उसका केस हूँ, लेकिन इसी को बंद तो नहीं कर सकता। इसी बंद का इसमें आपको अगर पता होना चाहिए, C9 सॉल्वेंट होता है जो कंप्लीटली हाइड्रोकार्बन बेस्ड होता है। और आपको मजे की बात मैं आपको ये बताता हूँ कि एक C6 होता है जिसको हम लोग बेंजीन बोलते हैं। और अभी तुमने सुना होगा कि लोरियल एक कंपनी है, वो बेंजीन शैम्पू के अंदर ड्राई में यूज करते हैं, वो कैंसर का मेन कारण है। हर जगह से बेंजीन बंद है, ठीक है। तो पहले C6 सॉल्वेंट चलता था, लेकिन अभी जो टॉप मोस्ट जो कंट्रीज है, जो अच्छी जिन पे रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट के काम है, जो लोग समझते हैं, वो उसको ना हाइड्रोकार्बन को सेपरेट करते हैं। C6 का मॉलिक्यूलर वेट कम होता है, इसलिए उसको बिल्कुल अवॉइड कर देते हैं। फिर आता है C9, उसको बांग्लादेश, पाकिस्तान, इंडिया जैसी जो कंट्रीज है ना, उनको देते हैं। और हम लोग इसमें बिल्कुल भी इन्वॉल्व नहीं होते, क्योंकि जहर में कौन काम करना चाहेगा? कोई नहीं करना चाहेगा जहर के अंदर। और इसीलिए मैं इसके अंदर इसीलिए मैं आपसे इंटरेक्ट करना चाह रहा हूँ कि प्लीज आप आओ, इसके अंदर इन चीजों को समझो। अब एज ए एग्रीकल्चर का कहीं पे भी जाओगे, किसान आपसे सॉल्यूशन मांगे, वो अपनी प्रॉब्लम देगा, और आप उसको प्रॉब्लम सॉल्वर हो तो आपकी पढ़ाई काम की है। मैंने तो पीएचडी बैठ के आराम से लैब में CSIR गवर्नमेंट इंटरनेशनल नेशनल लेवल की लेबोरेटरी है भावनगर गुजरात में, है ना। गवर्नमेंट से पूरा फुल फंडेड, मेरा साइंस स्कूल पे फुल फंडेड पूरा वो कर रहा था, जो मेरे साथ काम कर। बात करते वो 5 साल में पीएचडी करवाएंगे, क्योंकि मेरा जो मैंने काम था वो एक एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी लेवल का था। मेरे इंटरनेशनल रिसर्च पेपर भी है अमेरिकन केमिकल सोसाइटी में, आप देखोगे गूगल में आपको बता दूंगा। मैंने एक बैटरी बनाई है, रेडोस्लो बैटरी, उस पर हम बाद में बात करेंगे, पहले इस पे करते हैं, तो उससे बताते हैं। तो जो प्रॉब्लम है C9 की, वो C9 इंडिया में बेचा जाता है, जिसमें हम EC बनाते हैं, लैम्डा 2.5% EC इंसेक्टिसाइड, जो आप लोग सजेस्ट करते हो, कोई इंसेक्ट्स आते हैं उसके लिए। अच्छा, वो लोग क्या यूज करते हैं? वो करते हैं C12। अब आप पूछोगे यार सर क्या बात, C9 और C12 में क्या फर्क है? एक ही तो मेंबर में है, ठीक है ना। मैं आपको बता देता हूँ। अच्छा, मुझे भी नॉलेज नहीं थी, प्रैक्टिकली नॉलेज जब मैंने पढ़ा, जब मैं इस इंडस्ट्री में घुसा, तो मुझे पता लगा क्या प्रॉब्लम है। C9, अच्छा मैंने बड़ी चीज ऑब्जर्व करी। आप प्लीज मेरे रिक्वेस्ट है, आप गूगल पे सर्च करना, इंडिया में इतनी पेस्टिसाइड इंडस्ट्री है, और उनके जो MD है, मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर, जो उसको चलाते हैं, उनका क्वालिटी आप देख रहे हैं। कौन लोग हैं जो एग्रीकल्चर इंडस्ट्री चला रहे हैं? कौन लोग हैं जो इस एग्रीकल्चर को बिजनेस बना दिया? क्या तुम लोग एक बार सर्च करना, आप कितने लोग एग्रीकल्चर बैकग्राउंड से, आप खुद देखना। हम जैसे लोगों के नीचे काम करते हैं, और वो किसानों को एक तरीके से बिजनेस के लिए कन्वर्ट कर दिया है, ठीक है ना। समझदार लोग इतना बहुत स्टूडेंट के लिए आप एक बार सर्च जरूर करना। जब वो लोग कर सकते हैं, बना सकते हैं, तो आप नहीं कर सकते। क्यों एमएससी एग्रीकल्चर से लोग जॉब के पीछे भागोगे? उसके आइडियाज मैं दूंगा, आप मेरे साथ काम करो। मैं इसीलिए इंडस्ट्री से, आप स्टूडेंट से डायरेक्ट कनेक्ट होने के लिए यहाँ पे आया हूँ। हम स्पॉन्सर करेंगे, हम पैसा देंगे आपको, आप हमारे साथ काम करो। ये मैं किस ब्याह पे बोल रहा हूँ, ये हमारे एमडी साहब का विजन है, ठीक है ना। वो लोग पैसा नहीं कमाना चाहते, हम लोग किसी को बंद करना चाहते हैं। हम लोग C12, वो लोग जो यूज करते थे वो C12 यूज करते हैं। बेसिक डिफरेंस क्या है? C9 है स्किन में एब्जॉर्ब होता है डायरेक्ट, तो किसान स्प्रे करता है ना, तो सोलवेंट सीधे स्किन में एब्जॉर्ब करता है, तो कैंसर का मेन कारण बनता है। स्किन कैंसर बहुत ज्यादा फैल रहा है, अगर आप देखोगे बहुत ज्यादा स्पीड कर रहा है। वो लोग C12 यूज करते हैं, और हमें पता भी नहीं होता कि इसमें क्या है। जैसे किसान, आपने कोई प्रोडक्ट लिया, आप देखो, आप उससे आप अच्छी नहीं करोगे, क्यों? तो ये मन में खौफ है, जहर है। हम देखते भी नहीं। ठीक है ना। अब इसका अल्टीमेट सॉल्यूशन क्या है? क्या सर? सर बेंजीन नहीं है, लेकिन ऐसे उसका जो मोलिकुलर वेट है ना बहुत हाई है सर, डायरेक्ट स्किन से एब्जॉर्ब नहीं होता एज कंपेयर टू कम टॉक्सिक। टॉक्सिक तो है सर, कोई भी केमिकल हो, सारे टॉक्सिक हो गया, लेकिन एज कंपेयर टू कम टॉक्सिक जैसे C9 से। लेकिन मैं तो सर C9 और C12 का तो सर आप मुझे आप क्या लेके आ रहे हो मार्केट में? सर मैं ऐसे प्रोडक्ट पे काम कर रहा हूँ पिछले 1.5 साल से। आज रात में अगर मैं आपसे बात करूँ तो रात को 3 बजे तक मैं लैब में, एक प्राइवेट कंपनी में, बिना किसी एक्स्ट्रा पेमेंट के, जितना मेरा पैकेज है वो है, उसके अलावा मैं रात को 3 बजे तक लैब में काम कर रहा हूँ। इसके लिए किसानों के लिए ऐसा प्रोडक्ट बना रहा हूँ जिसका नाम है केमिकल पाइरोमेट्रिक। आप उसको सर्च करोगे तो पाइरोमेट्रिक के आपके बेनिफिट्स मिल जाएंगे, लेकिन अभी बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम है। सीजेंटा उसको इंडिया में बेचती है, वो 500 ग्राम से लगभग 2,500 रुपए, किसान के लिए बहुत महंगा है। अगर बायोमेट्रिक पे मैंने क्यों फोकस किया, क्योंकि पेस्टिसाइड को सर आप देखोगे तो सबसे ज्यादा जो इंडिया में पेस्टिसाइड चल रही है जिसको गवर्नमेंट बैन कर रही है वो ऑर्गेनोफॉस्फेट पेस्टिसाइड है। ठीक है ना। कार्बन, ऑक्सीजन और फास्फोरस 3 के बॉन्ड है सर उसके, और वो सोइल में डिकम्पोज नहीं होते, किसी भी कीमत पर डिकम्पोज नहीं होते। उसके अलावा वो ग्राउंड वाटर में जाते हैं। तो अगर हम ये बोले कि केमिकल बंद कर देना चाहिए, तो श्रीलंका का एक कारण दे सकता हूँ, श्रीलंका के हालात ये, उसका एक कारण है ऑर्गेनिक खेती। किसान क्यों करे, उसको क्या फायदा मिल रहा है? आपके लिए बायो कंपोस्ट बनाएगा, ये करेगा, तो क्या दे रहे हो आप उसे, क्या पे कर रहे हो आप? क्यों क्यों करेगा किसान ऐसा? हमारे लिए, हम जो ऑफिस में बैठते सूट पहन के, हमारे लिए वो खाना प्रोवाइड कराएगा क्या? तो अपने आप देखो, आप गाँव में जाके वो खुद के खाने के लिए अलग पैदा करता है, बेचने के लिए अलग पैदा करता है। इवन मैं मेरे घर पे ऐसा ही होता है। 10 बीघा जमीन है, 2 बीघा में मेरे घर के लिए हम लोग अलग पैदा करते हैं, जिसमें गोबर खाद जो आप बता रहे थे वो सारी चीजें यूज करते हैं। बाकी जो 8 बीघा है हमारी, हम राजस्थान में बीघा बोलते हैं, ठीक है, 8 बीघा में हम खोपटे यूरिया यूज करते हैं। जितना ज्यादा नाइट्रोजन कंटेंट होगा वो उतना ही इंसेक्ट्स को अपने ओर अट्रैक्ट करेगा प्लांट, ये भी आपको ध्यान रखना चाहिए। तो मैं उस पाइरोमेट्रिक कंपाउंड पे आ रहा हूँ आपके लिए, आप उसको रीड करोगे तो वो क्या करता है, बायोडिग्रेडेबल है, सोइल में डिकम्पोज होता है, क्योंकि उसमें नाइट्रोजन नाइट्रोजन बॉन्ड है, वो डिकम्पोज होगा। लेकिन प्रॉब्लम ये है कि बहुत कॉस्टली है, वो बहुत कॉस्टली है। अभी मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ उसके ऊपर, मैंने एमडी सर को बताया और मैं उसको एज ए इंडिया में सिंथेसिस करने का एक बीड़ा उठाया मैंने खुद में। इसीलिए मैं रात को 3 बजे तक लैब में काम करके ना मॉर्निंग में यहाँ पहुंचा बायोमेट्रिक। और हम जितने पेस्टिसाइड है सबके सब हम चाइना से इंपोर्ट करें, सबके सब। तो हमारे किसानों को पैसा कहाँ लगा है सारा, चाइना के पास। केमिकल पे कंप्लीट डिपेंड है हम लोग। और मैं आपके साथ ये मैं मेरी खुशी भी जाहिर कर सकता हूँ कि मैंने अभी मेरे को 7 दिन के समथिंग हुआ है उस पर काम करते हुए, मैंने बायोमेट्रिक सिंथेसिस कर लिया है और हमने पायलट प्लांट का काम चालू कर दिया और हम उसको जल्दी ही किसानों को से आधी कोशिश पे लेके आएंगे। और इसी को हम बंद करके हम ऐसे प्रोडक्टों पे हम काम कर रहे हैं। ठीक है, टाइम की लिमिटेशन है। हम स्टूडेंट के साथ में आपसे बाद में या फिर आप कनेक्ट कर सकते हो हम मेरे साथ में, कोई भी रिसर्च से रिलेटेड इनोवेटिव आइडियाज हो, मैं बताऊं, मैं सॉल्यूशन दूंगा। क्योंकि प्रॉपर्टी से केमिकल को बंद करना कोई सॉल्यूशन नहीं है। दिवाली को पटाखे मत जलाओ, पॉल्यूशन होता है, ये सॉल्यूशन नहीं है। पटाखे बंद करना सॉल्यूशन नहीं है। किसी भी चीज को बंद कर दो सॉल्यूशन कैसे हो सकता है? एज ए साइंटिस्ट मुझे उसका अल्टरनेट निकालना पड़ेगा ताकि उसकी टॉक्सिसिटी सबसे कम हो, एनवायरमेंटली फ्रेंडली हो और वो सॉइल में आसानी से डिकम्पोज हो जाए। डिकम्पोज हो तो नाइट्रोजन नाइट्रेट इस फॉर्म में वो कन्वर्ट हो। तो ऐसे नाइट्रोजन प्रेजेंट इन दैट कंपाउंड। यस सर, बट सर मैंने पहले बोला केमिकल सारे टॉक्सिक है, मैं लो टॉक्सिसिटी पे जा रहा हूं एज कंपेयर टू लो टॉक्सिसिटी। नाइट्रोजन प्रेजेंट इन दैट कंपाउंड। यस सर। इसीलिए मैं बोला ना वो बायोडिग्रेडेबल है, तो बहुत कॉस्टली है। उसको निकोटीन एल्डिहाइड मात्र प्रोमेटिकल का नाम नहीं पता है, तो निकोटीन एल्डिहाइड से फॉर्मुलेशन किया जाता है और बहुत रेटिंग होता है। जब मैंने फर्स्ट बार उसका सर रिएक्शन लगाया तो मैं 2 रात सो नहीं पाया। फिर मैंने उसका पूरा प्रोसेसिंग लेके और अभी हमने पायरोमेट्रिक सर बना लिया है, पायलट प्लांट का काम हमने चालू कर दिया। हम इंडिया में, चाइना में हम बेसिक नहीं, हम इंडिया में उसको मैन्युफैक्चर करेंगे और आधी कॉस्ट के ऊपर हम लोग उस प्रोडक्ट को लॉन्च करेंगे। किसानों के कम से कम कॉस्ट पे उसको हम लॉन्च करने वाले हैं। उसके अलावा सर ऐसे मैं बहुत सारे प्रोडक्ट में मैं काम कर रहा हूँ, खुद मैं अकेला काम कर रहा हूँ, मेरे लैपटॉप को बंदा नहीं, रात को 3-3 बजे तक मैं सिंथेटिक इंडिया के और फार्मर्स के लिए काम कर रहा हूँ। हम किसी चीज को खत्म करें वो सॉल्यूशन नहीं आ सकता, दीवार पे पटाखे तो सॉल्यूशन नहीं, आप ऐसे पटाखे बनाओ एनवायरमेंट में ताकि कुछ ऐसी गैस रिलीज करें जो एनवायरमेंट में टॉक्सिक ना हो। किसी चीज को बंद कर दो मैट्रिक्स का रेस, ठीक है ना? ऐसे ही आप बोलोगे कि पेस्टिसाइड के केमिकल बंद कर दो इंडस्ट्री, इससे किसानों के लिए बंद कर दो, आप मत करोगे, किसान इतना ये नहीं ले पाएगा। आपको बाद में से डिस्कस करना, मैंने 2 मॉलिक्यूल हो गए, क्योंकि जब आप पढ़ाई करते हो उसमें पुराने मॉलिक्यूल्स है, मार्केट में नए मॉलिक्यूल आ चुके, नई रिसर्च आ चुकी है, उन पे हमें लोगों को काम करना होगा, ये बहुत कॉस्टली है, सब चाइना बेस्ड, कंप्लीट चाइना बेस्ड है, हमें उसको इंडिया में बनाना है। केमिस्ट्री का मूव मैं बनाऊंगा, एप्लीकेशन आपका काम है, एप्लीकेशन आप करोगे, ठीक है? बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, बाकी आप मेरे से बाद में कॉन्टेक्ट कर सकते हो। ठीक है, प्रैक्टिकली बात कर रहा हूँ, कोई भी स्टूडेंट इंटर्नशिप करना चाहता हो, डेजिग्नेशन करना चाहता हो, ठीक है ना, उसको स्कॉलरशिप सब कुछ प्रोवाइड करने के लिए मैं आपसे जरूर जितना होगा उतना हेल्प करूंगा, ठीक है? थैंक यू।
Thank you so much. Your real-life problems and their practical solutions were definitely empowering. You faced some problems and you made yourself problem solvers. So thank you so much for your informative and interesting talk. So, dear participants, now we have with us Dr. Murli Radha, top scientist at Deepak Fertilizers and Chemical Limited. Please keep silence in the room. We have with us Dr. Murli Radha, top scientist, Deepak Fertilizers and Chemical Limited. So I would like to request Dr. D.P.S. Gagwal sir to present him with the flower bouquet and felicitate him. Please give a big round. Also, I would like to request Dr. Mayank Chaturvedi to present plant. Sir, thank you so much for joining us. We are happy to have you. So, dear participants, it's time for fighting break for 10 minutes. So, we shall resume the session after 10 minutes. Thank you so much.